Hello, also from my side. Welcome to the Positive Online Content session. I have to say I'm very happy that the organizers of this beautiful conference made up for this slot during the conference as well, because we have heard about risks and many challenges regarding online media and children and young people. But I think it's really important that we stress positive online experiences as well. I'm very happy that so many people are interested in this topic. I want to give you an insight into a rather new positive online content campaign throughout Europe, which has just started. But I want to give you a little bit of background, because this issue has been very important throughout Europe for many years. There has been a thematic network on positive online content called POSCON, and there have been two big competitions, Best Content for Kids Award, which took place all over Europe in recent years. And now in 2017, I'm very happy that there is a new focus of the European Commission again to fund this topic, and the Better Internet for Kids project has a strong focus on positive content with this new positive online content campaign now, which has been launched just after the summer. There has been a task force working eagerly on the topic, and I want to present what we all have been doing in this task force, because I'm very happy to say that my organization is involved in this work quite a bit. To give you a little bit of background, Sabrina already mentioned, introducing this whole session, that we believe that the access of children to high quality positive online experiences, to content and services out there, meaning websites, apps, social media platforms, video channels, online games, and so on, is really important for them to be empowered and for them to become very active and also participatory citizens in our societies. And so the aim of this whole campaign is to strengthen and broaden the awareness for the topic all over Europe. But what are we talking about actually? What does positive online content even mean? What do we mean by that? I give you a really rather short definition of this, which we have agreed in this task force within many European-wide groups of experts. And we mean, or we think that positive online content and services, all these websites, apps, video channels, and so on out there, should enable children to learn and have fun, and also create and enjoy themselves, but also to develop a positive view of themselves and respect for their own identity and of others, and give them the means to enhance their participation in society as well, and in the end to become producers of content themselves, to not just watch or click or something, but to create their own content themselves. There's a really strong link of this definition to the UN Convention on the Rights of the Child. But it's important, again, maybe to say that of course, not all positive online content, not every website or app has to fulfill every aspect of this definition. Some might be just for fun and entertainment, and some of them might be just for education, and some might strengthen their abilities to produce and create content themselves. So just to let you know that we don't think that all of the websites and apps have to fulfill all of this, obviously. Now I want to switch over to the new launched campaign, the Positive Online Content Campaign all over Europe. We have launched a new website. You can see the starting screen here, and the URL is up on the slide as well. It's a mini site under the Better Internet for Kids portal, betterinternet4kids.eu/positive content. This is how it looks like. And one of the key aspects, or one of the main issues we want to raise, is how to produce, how to create positive online content for children. So we have come up with criteria which have been worked on in recent years in the POSCON thematic network, but we have now looked at them again and have a really recent new version which is up to date online. And this is a rather concise checklist, but most importantly, it's also been translated into many languages, and you can see that there's a Polish one as well. So this is very interesting for producers and creators who want to come up with websites and apps for children and kind of want to know what they have to look for and what they have to be careful about, so to say, but also it's meant to inspire them. I now show you a little details of the criteria. You see the Polish version on the left-hand side, and I put the aspects of the criteria checklist next to it. So it's all teaching and informing about basics on the target group and objectives. We want producers to be very transparent of what they want to reach with their content and services, who they are, and what this content and services are meant for. We want the websites, apps, and platforms for children to be very easy to use and navigate on, and to be as accessible and inclusive as possible as well. We want them to be reliable and robust, and of course, safety is an important issue here as well. Not only regarding content, obviously there should not be any harmful content on these services, but also safety is focusing on elements of social media, communication, or any kind of communicative elements actually. Privacy and data protection is very important, so we give very concrete tips for producers and providers, what they have to be careful about, and also about commercial elements, because we know that positive content and services have to be financed and funded somehow. There's a lot of NGO engagement, there's a lot of public broadcasters, but there's also companies, and there's many different kinds of producers out there, so they have to find a way to finance and fund their content and services, and we want to let them know how they can do it in a really good way. This also shows you that on the website you can kind of choose what kind of information you want to access. If you want to see best practice examples for children and young people, if you're interested in tips and information for families and teachers, or if you are a producer yourself, if you want to find out about the criteria. But I think very interesting is on the bottom of the slide, there's the positive content section in your country, which kind of shows or leads you the way directly to all the examples of positive online content we have found all over Europe. We have sent out an online survey to all safer internet centers in Europe throughout the summer, and they came back with really great examples. I can show you, this would be the starting screen of the gallery, and you can make a more specific search. So here I took the Polish language search, and I wanted to come up with only content for 3 to 6 year olds. So you can play around with this a little bit. Yeah, as I mentioned, we have sent out this survey all over Europe, and we got back a lot of great examples from all of these countries. And of course, I'm in Warsaw now, so I want to show you that there is also, of course, a Polish gallery of best practice examples. This is only a really small collection of great content, but do check it out and have a look at it if you know them already. So this would be examples which we would evaluate as best and positive online content there is for children. I am from Berlin in Germany, so of course I also want to give you a little bit of a glimpse into the German positive online content section. I picked 2 examples. One is the search engine for kids, fragfin.de, which is a child-friendly search engine, and children can surf and browse over 12,000 web resources, which have been checked by media pedagogues and are very safe, but also fun and inspiring, of course, and they find news for children on the starting page and videos, games, and so on. And I think a very interesting feature of this website and search engine is that they have child reporters who go out and interview politicians, for example. So it also shows children how they can interact in the online world, how they can get their own child reporter, so to say, and get an active role in society, so to say. Another example, which we at FSM are distributing with Frag Finn and Deutsches Kinderhilfswerk, which is a children's rights charity organization in Germany. This is a kind of internet guide for kids, it's called. We have a printed booklet version in German and Turkish, and we have an online blog with an interactive quiz and very up-to-date news articles on different topics. And this is just meant to teach children very playful how to be safe online, how to be creative, what kind of new websites and apps are out there, how to use social media and so on. Just to give you a little bit of an idea how this looks like, is the quiz on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side you see the beginning of a new blog article on fake news. So we try to explain to children what this actually means and how they can find out if news and information online is true or false, so to say. But to take this from the Polish and the German perspective, or example, so to say, on the European level again, I really strongly want to advertise the upcoming awareness week all over Europe on the Positive Online Content campaign. It's taking place the whole of next week, and we will be very active on Facebook and Twitter, for example, but also all the Safer Internet centers all over Europe will have various activities in their countries. So I'm pretty sure that here in Poland, the Polish Safer Internet Center will distribute news and make you aware of this campaign and let you know what kind of information there is out there. We will focus on all the target groups during this week, on children, on parents, on teachers and educators, but also on providers and producers, of course. Exactly. Oh yeah, the most important thing, our Thunderclap campaign. I want to promote this even more. Check this out on Facebook or Twitter, and please take part, because if there's many people joining in and using the hashtag positive content, as strongly we will get this message across all over Europe. And to give you a kind of a glimpse, a preview maybe, you will see testimonials, statements of organizations involved in the campaign, but also statements by young people, by youth ambassadors, so to say, talking about positive online content for children. Then we will have tips designated for parents and educators. Here you see the criteria broken down a little bit for parents and families to make them a little bit easier to understand and to access. We have tips for teachers, but also for parents up there. You can see 2 examples of that. So this is all the information and promotion we want to do next week. And I really hope that you are very curious and inspired by this idea now, and hopefully you want to know even more about positive online content. So I really strongly invite you to join in on social media and on the new positive online content campaign mini website I showed you earlier. And yeah, thank you very much for your interest in the topic. Thank you.